Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are staying safe indoors and are taking care of your health. As part of your learning from home concept, today we will be studying a very interesting grammatical topic, that is tenses. So, as you all know, that tenses are broadly classified into three categories, that is the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. The present tense deals with the time that is passing. The past tense deals with the time that is already past, and the future tense deals with the time that is yet to come. Now, each of these tenses is further categorized into four categories, that is simple, perfect, continuous, and perfect continuous. So, in total, we have 12 tenses. But in this video, we will only cover the simple tenses and the continuous tenses. So coming to the simple tenses, first we will deal with the simple present tense, that is also called the present indefinite tense. The rule for this tense is subject plus verb in its first form with s or es. For example, the cow gives milk. Here, the cow is the doer of the action, that is your subject. Give in its first form with s and milk. So here the verb is in its first form with s added to it, which becomes gives and milk. So the cow gives milk. It is a sentence of simple present tense. Similarly, he plays in the garden. He being your subject, play in its first form with s in the garden. Now, one thing to note here is due to subject verb agreement, in some verbs we don't add s or es. They are just in its first form. So just because s and es is not added to them doesn't mean that they are not in their simple present form. For example, I play in the garden. Here in play, no s or es is added, but then also it is in the simple present form. Then we have simple past tense. The rule is very simple, subject plus verb in its second form. For example, the boy ran fast. The boy here is your subject. Run is the verb, and the second form of the verb is used, that is ran and fast. We played well, we being the subject, played being the second form of the verb play, and well. Then we have the simple future tense. The rule for it is subject, will, shall, and verb in its first form. Now, one confusion that arises is when to use will and when to use shall. So my dear students, we use shall with the first person and will with the second and third person. For example, I shall go to the market tomorrow. In simple future tense, we are dealing with something that will happen in the future. So I here is your subject. Shall, because I is first person, I shall. Go is verb in its first form. To the market tomorrow. So subject, shall or will, and verb in its first form without any s, es, ed, anything. She will play. Subject, will, verb in its first form. So I hope you're now clear with the simple tenses. Moving on to the continuous tenses, which are very easy. Continuous means something that continues. So learn the keyword ing for it. So in present continuous tense, the rule is subject plus is, am, or are, depending upon the number of the subject, plus verb with ing. For example, I am dancing. Here the subject is singular and it is I, so we will use the word am. I am, and verb with ing. Dance plus ing, dancing. She is dancing. They are dancing. So if the subject is singular, is. If the subject is plural, are. In present continuous tense, and verb with ing. Past continuous tense, subject, was, were, again depending on the number of the subject, and verb with ing. In all the continuous tenses, verb will be in ing. So subject is here he was playing. He is singular, so we will use was, and with plural we will use were. They were playing. Then in future continuous, subject, will and shall, again depending on the person of the subject, the word be and verb with ing. I shall be playing. She, which is the subject, will be dancing, verb with ing. So I hope the present and continuous tenses are clear to you. Please revise the rules thoroughly, and in the next video I will share the perfect and perfect continuous tense. Have a good day. Stay safe.